Now, it's high time that we invite the petitioner to take the floor. I will then afterwards come back to why the report looks as it looks and the recommendation also. But now, Mr. Afxentiou, the floor is yours. I will never learn to pronounce your name, I know.
Afxentiou, Madam Chair.
Afxentiou. Afxentiou.
But
it's
thank you
very
for trying.
Complicated. But the floor is yours, and before you talk, let us just again thank you for having escorted us to the occupied part, and especially to Varosha. I think that we who participated in the mission will never, ever forget those minutes and our dialogue outside your house, to which we all hope that you will, as a lawful owner of the house one day, come back. And you have then invited all of us participating to a nice dinner. We look forward to that.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Not only a dinner, but a wildest party that you ever attended, if that blessed day arrives. Actually, I should say when that blessed day arrives. Madam Chair, I want to extend first to you personally, but all members of the fact-finding visit to Famagusta, but also to this committee, my deepest thanks and gratitude for its stance towards this issue since I first brought it to its attention back in 2004. It's been 14 years now that I've been coming back to this institution and to this committee, informing members about what is going on in my hometown and in my house. When we submitted the petition, we wanted first to bring to your attention a crime that is being committed in our country since 1974, a violation of fundamental, elementary human rights that is still going on until today. I became a refugee in August 1974, and I have been a refugee for the past 44 years. I have married a refugee, and now I'm raising 2 more refugees, my 2 sons, one of whom you have met. This is the reality. This is the situation in Cyprus today, as it continues. It's a situation that it was brought about by the use of force, and it is maintained by the brute use of force. And all this is taking place on European soil. Madam Chair, our petition goes one step further. In my first presentation to this body, I went back to the Schuman Declaration, and I specifically asked members to recall one phrase, that Europe will not be built in a day or according to a single plan, but it will be built upon achieving de facto solidarity on issues that unite us. And this is what we strive to achieve in Famagusta, by allowing the lawful inhabitants of the sealed-off section of Famagusta to return to our homes and allowing us to cooperate and develop relationships with the Turkish Cypriots, the original Turkish Cypriots who still live there. You allow us to establish a de facto solidarity on a part of our island. You yourself, Madam Chair, when you quoted an excerpt from the first report of the fact-finding mission, you alluded to the fact that we have forgotten how it is to live with each other. Well, there is in Famagusta a perfect chance to do it again, so that when we return, we can interact, we can cooperate with the Turkish Cypriots who are as Cypriots as much as we are. Madam Chair, we are European refugees. We no longer live in tents, although we lived in tents for several years after 1974. We have managed to build houses, but please remember that our homes lie across the divide. We have a roof over our head, but our homes are still occupied. And not only simply occupied, but in the worst possible way, that we see our homes being destroyed every single day. I want to thank you for incorporating in the recommendations what I suggested. When you asked me what I think should be done, I said when international actors, countries like Turkey, contravene or violate international law, then the international community imposes sanctions on them. And thank you very much for adhering to my suggestion and suggesting that sanctions would be imposed on Turkey. I will be very happy to host anyone from the European Union, from the European Parliament, who wishes to come to Cyprus and visit Famagusta and visit my home. I will be happy to take them there. And I have one request of all of you. When you finish your work here in Brussels or in Strasbourg, and you return home, as you approach your door to unlock it and enter, please remember, bring to your memory my house, my home, as it stands now occupied. Because I want to be in your position. I want to be able to return to my home every day when I finish my work, just like you do every day or whenever you are able to get home. And that's a right that I have as a European citizen, which is being taken away from me, from my family, from my fellow Famagustians, from my fellow Cypriot refugees. And this is the issue that we need to address and redress. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, honourable members.
Thank you very much. And let's reiterate that we don't consider status quo an option. We need to anticipate the day when you actually can return together with the others to your home.